I still have to kind of
which way?
Same way you were going at the time. So, oh wait, no, yeah. I think that's good. That's good.
That's good. Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That look crooked as hell to me on my end. Okay. Here we go. I just hit it over here and we good. Welcome back to the Great Debate Show. Jarvis Jeffries, Terrence Smith, back up in this biatch for another episode. It's the good guys. Nick will be back with us on Sunday night, right after the Rams and Eagles game. We're going to break down and debate all the new storylines and developments from Week 12 of the NFL this weekend. And we'll talk about the Steelers and the Browns a little bit then. Not a lot to talk about other than the Steelers, had a little trap game. That's all. Nothing really to worry about in my
Good old AFC North trap game.
Good old AFC North trap game. But we're here today, me and Terrence, to talk about a little bit of this big gold thing that you see on live. YouTube Live is what we're on right now. The World Heavyweight Championship, WWE, AEW, a little wrestling news is what we're here for tonight on a fantastic Friday. We want to talk about WWE WAR Games. Let's kind of debate some of the better, interesting matchups on the card coming up. We will predict, I think we all kind of know, who the fifth man will be to join the original bloodline versus, and we already know the full 5 members of the new bloodline.
Yeah.
AEW Full Gear is coming up Saturday night. Survivor Series next week. WWE Netflix change is coming. That move is coming January 6th. There's rumors that we'll talk about as far as Roman Reigns possibly making a change going over to Monday Night Raw because Netflix has said they need a star. So Roman or Cody has to be on Netflix. And we think it will probably be Roman. And now that Cody is the WWE champion on SmackDown, he's probably not leaving anytime soon just yet. So that means this whole bloodline story probably is going to wrap up. Terrence, I'm not sure. Tell us what you think. We'll get started with the Netflix thing first, I guess. Your thoughts on how it's going to be, the things or the changes they're going to make. We hadn't heard much about it. Is it going to be PG still or maybe TV 14? Mm-hmm. Just your thoughts on everything that will happen for this January 6th show that they're really starting to hype up now.
I don't think there's a chance.
And keep in mind, Cena is on his farewell tour in 2025.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't really think there's a chance in hell the PG era survives. I think that dies January 5th.
I like
January 6th, we wake up in a brand new TV 14 era. I don't think they'll go as far as the Attitude Era went. You're not going to see any nipples or but the language will be
no nipples.
Yeah, the language will be a little more colorful. No puppies. There won't be any puppies.
No puppies.
But the language will be a little more colorful. I won't even be surprised if they bring old Jerry Lawler back in some capacity.
Right.
But no, man. I can very much see the PG era taking a strong rest in peace, at least for the Raw episodes on Netflix. I know SmackDown will still be on NBC, USA.
Sorry. USA, yeah, NBC Universal.
Yeah. For the ones that don't know.
Yeah, right.
But as far as the Raw episodes, man, I think that's going to be straight up TV 14. Like I said, in some capacity at least.
Mm-hmm. Now, this whole TV 14 thing that you're talking about, have you heard something about this, or this is just your?
It's just my estimation. Yeah, it's just the way I see it. I mean, listen, it's wrestling, right? Like, we already know wrestling is the brand of entertainment. It's always going to push the envelope as far as they can.
Right.
So I just don't see a situation where they have billions of dollars there and they are allowed to push these limits and they don't.
Right.
That's just not what wrestling does. So guaranteed to hear some F-bombs, a whole lot more B-words, which I think they use the B-word too much now anyway.
Yeah.
But definitely going to hear some more F-bombs. You might see a few more middle fingers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that just joined in.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
But yeah, absolutely. Now the
started day one.
The PG era is done.
Right. I hate that it's sideways like that, but we have to kind of have it horizontal in order to get us in the screen here, though. But we appreciate the comments. I can't quite read every word for word, but thank you for joining us. It's the Great Debate Show. The Great Debate Show is available wherever you get your podcast. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts as well, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and hit the download button to download each and every episode. You'll be notified when the new episode is up. And we're here right now. We're going to break down Week 12 of the NFL on Sunday night, immediately after Sunday Night Football, Eagles at Rams. But right now, this is a wrestling episode. And again, we hadn't did one in a while, and that's about to change because we're ramping up. After Survivor Series, it's time for the Rumble.
WrestleMania season.
It's WrestleMania season.
Man, it seems like WrestleMania just ended.
It did.
Seems like Undertaker just chokeslammed The Rock, man, and
the
roof came off the place. So
and here we are.
And here we are, almost there again.
Yeah.
And according to what Cody is saying, none of us know what to expect. Like they're saying this is going to be the craziest one ever. But
WrestleMania.
They say that shit every year.
They say it every year,
though. They say it every year. But
this is supposed to be the greatest WrestleMania of
all
time.
They've been delivering. I can't argue with it.
Is it gonna be John Cena winning his 17th title? Because John Cena is going on the farewell tour in 2025. That's coming
he's in the Rumble.
And he's in the Rumble.
He's in the Rumble. He's already declared.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Adam Pearce has been tweeting a lot of stuff. So I did see Cena in a picture. There's no captions. I saw Daniel Bryan on a picture earlier today. No captions, just Adam Pearce, Raw general manager, just tweeting random pictures, and he's letting us know what's in store. So we got Daniel Bryan coming back. Is he no longer AEW on the AEW contract?
He's a free agent now.
So he hadn't been seen on AEW TV
since
he lost the title.
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know he was gone. Yeah. So what was the purpose of him winning the championship? Just to say he finally won before
he didn't want to win it from the way it was told. He was going to retire at that show. That was going to be his last match. But Tony wanted to put the title on him before he left. He wrestled, I want to say, his last 3 or 4 months without a contract.
I heard that. I didn't know how true that was. So Tony screwed up again, basically what you're saying? I mean, he ended Swerve's reign just because he wanted him to be
ended Swerve's reign, but him and Swerve are both from that same Seattle area.
Washington State.
So I think Swerve wanted to do the honors too.
That was a terrible idea. It was a terrible idea. I mean, it meant nothing, his little title reign, and then he gave it to Moxley, right?
Yeah.
This is why we don't do AEW shows anymore, because in my opinion, there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah, now losing to Moxley was
I'm sorry if any AEW fans on here. I'm just giving my honest opinion, and I'm very critical of AEW these days. But if you never watched this show or listened to us, he can tell you, I was one of the AEW marks.
Man.
But then when Cody left in 2022,
that was it.
I said, I'm afraid this is the end of the road for AEW. And it's just continued to go down.
I mean, listen, to those same AEW fans, first of all, what y'all have to know is I love wrestling.
Yeah.
You know, I can't name 10 things I love more than wrestling. But if you've been to an AEW show and you see there's 300 people in a big old arena, I mean, at some point you gotta start listening to the critics.
Yeah.
Because everybody ain't wrong. Now there are some people out there that are distasteful. Some people might be very, very loyal to WWE.
Right.
To the point to where AEW can do no right. I'm not one of those people.
Yeah.
Right. Like I just love wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to say all in, but I'm in somewhere in there when they're right and when they're wrong. And you know, I've definitely seen some things, and AEW can definitely be better. But as far as Moxley and Bryan, it was Bryan's idea. He always wanted Moxley to be the one to beat him and have him step away. So that's why his career got prolonged as long as it did. But is he going back? That's a good question, and we're going to hear more about that, I'm sure, soon. I don't think so. I don't think he is.
I was trying to read some of the comments, but it looks like somebody was just kind of playing around there.
I got you.
He ain't really talking about nothing, but
I got you.
He said we're actually some nice guys, so he kind of feels bad about it. But anyway, we keeping it moving. The Great Debate Show, again, we're available wherever you get your podcasts. Hit the follow or subscribe button. And watch us on YouTube. Follow The Great Debate Show on X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook, The Great Debate Show on Facebook, and again here on YouTube. So Netflix going to Raw. There's going to be some changes.
Yep.
January 6th is the first show in LA. We'll see how it goes. But Now let's get into Survivor Series then. War Games. It's coming up.
Now, when does Monday Night Football end?
When does it end?
Yeah. When is the last?
The first January of the month, maybe the last Monday of December.
It's perfect timing.
Perfect timing. Yeah. They know what they're doing.
They know what they're doing.
They definitely know what they're doing. But again, that they still have to deal with them when September comes back.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But and shout out to the WWE for never ever steering in another direction. You know, they've been doing this for over 30 plus years now on Monday nights, and they've been there for the competition. You got to give it to them. And sometimes they hold their own, and sometimes there's just football is just too good.
Right.
But there's times where they do all right. And the Monday Night Football games have not been that good this season either. The Sunday night has really actually been kind of crushing it.
Right.
But anyway, well, this Monday will be pretty good. We'll talk about that on Sunday night. The Harbaugh Bowl coming up Monday night with your Ravens and the Chargers.
Yeah.
But we've got Survivor Series coming up. So the story right now is the OG bloodline versus the new bloodline.
Yeah.
We know pretty much everybody on the new bloodline team, which would be Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Bronson Reed. And I'm going to ask you in a minute how you feel about that.
Okay.
But they'll be going against Roman Reigns, Jay and Jimmy Uso, Sami Zayn, and there's a fifth person.
The fifth man.
Seen that fifth man. They've asked people like Seth Rollins. They've asked. I think he even went to LA Knight last week on Monday night. And no, not LA Knight. It was somebody else he went to. He might have did go to LA Friday night. I'm not sure. But in the end, who is the fifth man going to be? Seth Rollins have said no twice, but Terrence, in case nobody saw it, explain what happened Monday night and why it still could very well be him.
Well, yeah, and in all likelihood, it will be Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Big Bronson Reed, which is Seth's mortal enemy right now, has joined the new bloodline. So there's no way in hell it's not Seth Rollins.
Right.
Which creates storylines for both sides. He wants Bronson Reed, but there's always a dynamic between Roman and Seth.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure will play a part of the match. I hate to call this out because right now it's getting kind of obvious. There's going to be a spot in the match where Roman can attack Seth or attack a new bloodline member, like Mania, where he had a chance to knock the hell out of Cody or hit Seth. He chose to hit Seth because of the flashbacks of the Shield. This time he'll overcome that. He'll attack the bloodline member and hit him with a Superman punch or a spear or something or a chair or whatever. It's typically a chair because they always go back to that flashback, which I think is brilliant, by the way. So yeah, you're going to see that match, and you're going to see that spot in the match. I'm sure where he'll have a chance to attack Seth or attack someone else, and he'll attack someone else this time. Yeah, okay. Those two won't completely mend the fences, but they will have a cohesion and
they'll coexist for this
match. But then this is something we can always come back to later. And I'm actually looking forward to that sometime next year, way into next year, where they finally have their big payoff.
Okay.
Because that's been the story within the story of this whole bloodline thing is Roman still not completely overcoming Seth. And it's just damn good writing, honestly, man. I have to give somebody a big salute, man, to have that deep of a context into a wrestling storyline. You don't really see it go that deep that many times. As a matter of fact, I don't know if I've ever seen it go that deep into a storyline where it's always just some kind of underlayer context that a star can't overcome, even though if it's a bad guy or a good guy, you don't really see it go that deep into a storyline. So kudos to the writers on that one.
Yeah, no doubt. So who's gonna win?
That's the $1 million question.
And how does it end?
I think the new bloodline is gonna win.
Okay.
Now I know some people are saying how is that going to happen? Is it going to happen because Seth and Roman won't be able to get along? I think there'll be some moments where there'll be some tension, but I don't think that'll necessarily be the case. I don't think it's going to be because of Sami Zayn or any of that. You asked earlier about The Rock. I don't even think The Rock will be there because The Rock is out filming Moana. So I don't think he'll be there. But here's what I think will happen.
Okay.
we are probably about to. Excuse me. We're probably about to see, if not the biggest, definitely one of the biggest heel turns of all time.
Heel turn, one of the biggest heel turns of all time. Cody, gonna go ahead and do it?
Paul Heyman.
Paul Heyman making a heel turn?
Yeah, absolutely.
He was already a heel when he left.
He was a heel when he left, but no, he wasn't. He was because they put him to the table.
Yeah,
they put him to the table.
You're right.
Paul Heyman
acknowledging
his exactly. His character has to adhere to the tribal chief, which right now is Solo Sikoa. So I think he'll come out, and you can see them incorporating him in the storyline now. Roman tried to call him and couldn't get him.
Right.
He couldn't get him because he doesn't have access to him anymore.
Yeah.
Because he's not the tribal chief.
That is correct.
Yeah, Solo is. Paul Heyman is the one that.
But he said that he wouldn't acknowledge him before he left. That's why he went through the damn table, right?
And maybe he went home and saw the error in his ways.
Huh.
Paul Heyman is probably going to be the one that recruited Bronson Reed, and Bronson Reed might end up being a Paul Heyman guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that happening. But I think that Paul Heyman is going to be the guy that is going to be the reason why the New Bloodline wins the match.
The rumors are that Paul Heyman is going to take Braun Breaker under his wing eventually. Maybe not eventually, not as soon as he comes back.
Yeah.
So no chance of him bringing Brock Lesnar back to help Roman. I know it doesn't really have a.
Yeah, I don't think they can touch Brock until their lawsuit is completely settled. Which I think that's on the way, just judging by how
he'll be on the WrestleMania 41 card.
You think so? Brock will?
I know so.
I mean, I think
I don't know, but
I think the lawsuit might be out of the way by then.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, listen,
not to bring on how the lawsuit goes.
Not to bring politics into it, but the FBI has taken over their investigation.
Okay.
And we'll have a new regime in January who very much is fond of the McMahons. Not to call anybody's name. So if the federal government is in charge of it, it's a wrap. He's not. Nothing's going to happen to him. Hell no. Not at all.
Yeah. Shout out to Linda McMahon. She is now on some part of Trump's cabinet.
She is over the department. Secretary of Education, I think is what she is.
Yeah.
She's also been in the cabinet twice now. So
really?
Yeah, no matter how you feel about.
Oh, she was in it the last time.
She was in the last time.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not that big of a surprise then.
Okay. Yeah. So I think she was over the small business sector the last time.
Okay.
So no matter how you feel about whoever, that's still a big deal. Congrats, Linda.
But before we jump to conclusions, you're not wrong. Mm. But before people would say what you just said, they're already putting it out there to keep in mind now before you jump the gun. Linda and Vince have been separated for quite some time now, as if they're really
it's business. It's business.
Exactly.
Listen, y'all, they play by different
but they are throwing it out there.
Yeah, they play by a different set of rules. Those are rich people. She doesn't care who he lays with.
Right. Okay, so we're live right now. The SmackDown is also live right now as we are recording on YouTube. Terrence, I hate to talk about what's going on right now, but who was on the ambulance just now? Bianca was having a match.
That was Jade Cargill.
That is Jade. Did I miss the attack or something? Or
they didn't show an attack. They just showed
she was in the ambulance. I didn't even see her.
Oh, it's Shinsuke. I love this version of Shinsuke, by the way.
Didn't he come back already? And yeah, he's back. He's back.
And I really hope, I like LA Knight, but I want to see Shinsuke win something.
Yeah,
I don't want to see him get paraded out just to lose.
That's what it is, more than likely. Because right now, can you say LA Knight's United States Championship has been meaningful at all? It hasn't really meant much. He hadn't done much. He ain't really been involved in anything. They threw him into that. Carmelo Hayes and Andrade thing just to make a match.
I think this is one of those situations where they always planned on LA Knight taking it off Jake Paul. They just didn't have a plan for after he took it off Jake Paul. That's what it appears to me.
Logan Paul, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of those Paul boys.
Yeah, right. Okay, so Shinsuke Nakamura is back, and he is coming for LA Knight in the United States title. There is a new women's United States title that is going to be revealed. I don't know exactly when they'll finish this little the tournament that they have going on right now. So Bianca didn't win that match then.
Bianca did not win that match.
Who won that match? I think it was Bianca versus I'm sorry, who was those two? Because we don't see them.
Chelsea Green.
Chelsea Green and
Chelsea Green won the match.
Oh, Chelsea Green didn't win though. So forget the third one. Chelsea Green won though. And so I think Jade was supposed to have been in one tonight too in the triple threat with, I forgot who the other two were, but it doesn't look like she's going to make that now. She's in the ambulance. We'll have to see
or
how that goes.
will she?
Or will she?
Maybe she'll come back out hurt.
Because she's supposed to. Yeah, if she can't do this, then can she do War Games? So yeah, she's
win.
Gonna do something heroic.
Right, exactly.
Come out. Okay,
exactly. She'll win the match. They're trying to prolong the Bianca and Jay feud as long as they can.
Well, this is what I thought they should have did, and we're gonna move on.
All right, let's talk about, because we haven't really had a chance to talk about it. No. How in the hell long? How much longer are they gonna hold on to this? I know that they always try to get stuff from Mania for these big shows.
Yeah,
and they lose the luster.
Yeah,
this tag team shouldn't have lasted this long.
Milking it too long.
That tag team should have lasted about 2 months.
No.
And then you know,
they should have waited before they even gave.
Or they should have put them on separate shows.
Well, I think, and this is what we're hearing. I don't know how true this is, but have you heard Coachman, Jonathan Coachman, putting out that he's heard sources have told him that Jade and Bianca are really having issues off of camera and backstage, and that Bianca feels like she really shouldn't have to be doing what she's doing. She's being held back. She's trying to carry Jade, and Jade needs to go ahead and be on her own, be her own woman, and do her own thing. Mm-hmm. She makes her own wardrobe. Jade doesn't. Things like that is what he has been talking about. Some people have said that that's very inaccurate, but that's Jonathan Coachman, and he said that the sources is pretty. This is what he's saying now. He said they're pretty credible. Now, I don't know how true that is, but I thought what they should have did is waited till they made them tag team champions, only have one reign, let it run for a while, and then, you know, when they lose them, they could go, one of them can go heel and be like, you know, you're the reason why we lost the titles or whatever. Or now, I thought they would have put them two together in this tournament, which they were, and then, well, Bianca would have had to win that match, and she didn't. Yeah. And then Jade win all her matches, and now these two are having to fight one-on-one for the United States Championship. You know, well, now you can't do that because then that takes away the WrestleMania juice. But I don't know. Maybe Jade loses and she blames Bianca for she tried to help, but it hurt her chances. I don't know. You got to get this thing started somehow. And then when we get to the Rumble, maybe they'll go right now in the Rumble.
Maybe so.
Maybe something happens in the Rumble.
And I think also part of the reason is that they didn't want to put her on Raw because that's when then she's got a head-on collision with Rhea Ripley. I know they want to save that.
Who, Bianca?
Jade? Both of them actually.
Yeah, true.
But
Bianca and Rhea's never had her?
Not that I can think of. I mean, they may have had something in NXT, but not on the main roster that I can think of. Okay. So I'm like, at some point, like, you just got to let some stuff go. Like, you can't hold on to everything.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I get it. You want to say certain things for a big show, but come on, man, it's time.
That's true. Well, I guess it's going to happen at some point, but as of now, Jade Cargill is probably going to come back out, even though they're thinking it's going to be a one-on-one match. She's going to have to forfeit, and she'll probably come back out. And I think it was a triple threat, just like the Bianca match was with Chelsea Green and somebody else. And and she's going to be on War Games, so she's not put on the shelf right now.
Right.
So in other wrestling news, let's see. We already talked about the new bloodline and the old bloodline with Nick and Seth. We talked about the women. How was this women's match going to end? The 5-on-5 between Bianca's team and Rhea Ripley and all of them versus Liv Morgan and all of them. Because keep in mind, they still, and I don't know if people are tired of it or not, but they're still pushing. They haven't let the whole Rhea versus Liv Morgan thing go just yet. So how do you see this match playing out, though, in the end? Who gets that win?
I don't think there's a chance in hell that a team with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill and Rhea Ripley
will lose
a match, especially with
good point there.
The key name there is Rhea Ripley, who just
they really pushing her to the top.
She ain't losing too much,
and she hadn't had a match in I don't know how long. They're still making her relevant. She disappears for a few weeks, comes back.
Yeah,
they're stretching the hell out of this thing, man. And sometimes that's what Triple H, kind of gets criticized for because. It's good to stretch stories, but man, he stretches.
Yeah. So I think
rubber bands.
I don't think they lose that match. I don't know exactly what happens, but I am predicting a big return. Survivor Series seems to be the time where they like to make big returns.
Right.
So I think we get Becky Lynch back in some capacity.
I've been hearing that. I have heard that.
It's time.
I've never been a fan though, so
she
doesn't do it for me. And that whole
the
man persona is like very, very dry, and stale, and I never really got it.
Did you like the man better or Big Time Bex better?
Neither. I'm just not a Becky Lynch fan. I'm sorry. I'm not saying she can't wrestle or she's not good. She's all right, but no. But this man thing, I don't get it. And the husband dresses like he's the woman sometimes. So this is very awkward what they're doing.
I want to ask you the questions.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
No.
I don't know. Who's Becky gonna be in a story when she comes back? That would be interesting, I guess, to see.
Who was her last match? Do you remember?
It was Rhea Ripley. WrestleMania, right? She hadn't been back since then. No, she had to come back for Liv Morgan. I'll take that back.
It was Liv.
It was Liv.
Yeah,
and Liv put her away in that cell, a cage match or something they had.
Mm-hmm.
But they weren't in a story. There was just a match. I don't think they really got big story. Maybe she does come back for Liv, but she's been the champion like a million times.
Right.
The rumor is that Liv. No, I'm sorry, it's not Liv. The rumor is that when Charlotte Flair comes back, at some point she will be in a WrestleMania match, WrestleMania 41 with Tiffany Stratton. That's the sum of the rumors right now.
Okay.
Now I know that has nothing to do with the Raw Championship, but
right.
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about that. But that says Tiffany Time is gonna cash in here at some point.
I'm about to say.
Yeah, before
I mean, that could be a situation where, Leah comes out, not Leah, but Becky Lynch comes out, attacks Liv Morgan, and I mean Tiffany can cash in on her.
She can cash in on Liv.
Yeah,
she can. She can. That's what Nia told her to do in the first place.
Right.
Just don't cash it in on me. That would be great.
Love Nia Jax, by the way.
I do too.
Yeah, man.
She's killing it.
One hell of a comeback right there.
I agree.
Yeah.
They're getting the most out of that one. And I'm glad she wasn't a transitional champion. She's holding it for a while.
She's holding it rightfully so.
And if Tiffany's going to cash in on Liv, then she'll hold it a little bit longer.
Correct.
Hopefully. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so, and not that much more, like Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. I don't know how people feel about that. That ain't the direction I thought they were going to go. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. This actually started the ball immediately after I left Bad Blood.
Yeah.
And, and we hadn't saw.
I remember you didn't even see it. I had to show you.
I didn't even see it. This was social media stuff they did.
Right. Clever. Very clever.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
What I don't like about it is they have to stop assuming that everybody's on social media.
Correct.
And that everybody keeps up with their tweets and whatnot.
Right.
We don't. And that's what I used to hate about AEW and the shows that they would run on YouTube with the dark shows and all that.
I never watched any
Nobody keeps up with all
dark
that.
Dark Elevation and Dark Elevation.
You can't take a story from that and say put it on Dynamite. No. But I guess it was pretty clever. It worked. And Kevin and Cody, what's your thoughts on that? We know who's gonna win, but what are they waiting on with Orton? Orton is hurt again now, right? I think he got hurt for real, legitimately. But they still didn't have him in the story in the first place with Cody. I thought it was time to do Cody and Orton now if the final boss is not coming back for Cody yet.
Right. Yeah.
And he came back at the end of Bad Blood and we hadn't saw him again.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Orton and Cody, and I'm sure this is another one of those things where they're holding it for something. And maybe they're holding it until next year or something. I don't know why they're holding it. It just doesn't make sense to me. It was a feud that made the most sense, in my opinion. So that lets me know that it's not Kevin Owens that's the plan. It's something that's after Kevin Owens. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's where, like you mentioned, John Cena's going to come in, because I think a John Cena and Cody Rhodes match is going to be fucking big.
New face versus old face.
It's going to be big as hell.
But they really knew that.
They would. Absolutely, they would.
So whose side are we supposed to take here?
Shit, I don't know. Because typically Shinsuke got him again.
Yeah, got him.
I love this version of Shinsuke. It's giving me real Sting vibes.
Got him again. Yeah. He just got LA Night good again.
Yeah, it's giving me Crow Sting vibes. Right. I love
it. Okay.
But but yeah, so it's not about Kevin Owens. It's about what's coming after Kevin Owens. Otherwise, they would have put him in the feud with Orton, I'm sure.
Right. Right.
So I do think it's Cena, and I don't know. Typically, Triple H has been on par with Vince, where they don't put the other guy over their guy. But it depends on now. Are they considering Cody one of their guys, since he was originally in WWE? So I don't know. Maybe it's different with Cody. He's done so much for him after that he's proved himself.
Yeah.
As one of their guys. Yeah, I don't know. That's going to be interesting.
It will. It will. 2025, the WWE may really be on fire with the whole John Cena thing and all the matches that he'll be a part of. With
I forgot about this, but shit, we got to put CM Punk in the mix somewhere.
CM Punk has already talked about John Cena and pretty much giving him his flowers, though. He can have whatever match he wants. Mm-hmm. He would love to be a part of it, but he also said whenever him and Roman Reigns, lock up, that's going to be big. So, and that also was a giveaway that Roman Reigns is definitely going to end up on Raw, for Netflix.
Yeah, right.
That was something that he just recently said. Mm-hmm. A lot of interesting things coming up for the foreseeable future, and we hope the near future. I mean, and we'll see. So other than Cody and Owens, and I think again it was gonna be Kevin Owens and Randy Orton continuing their feud, but I think he really got hurt for real again, and so I think that's what they kind of did a pivot again, if I'm not mistaken. Braun Breaker, I don't think he's gonna be at Survivor Series. I'm looking at this where he possibly could be against Sheamus, but they already done that just this past Monday. I would love to see these Street Profits who we're looking at right now live on SmackDown go heel.
Looks like they already. We're in the black. I think they are.
Are they finally about to make that transition?
I think
but they need to split up also, though. Like
Montez,
they did all the tag team stuff. Let Montez, let them do it. You know what? Honestly, before they did Bronson Reed, that was they're here. the OG Bloodline has just arrived. SmackDown Live, but it's still just 4 of them. I thought before they let Bronson Reed be the 5th guy for the new Bloodline, I really wish that they had already been getting this started with Montez Ford, and he became the 5th member as a heel. Mm-hmm. He joined Solo's group, and Bianca Belair should have went heel too. I think that people are getting tired of this. It's getting stale to them, watching her come out smiling and bouncing around all day, swinging her hair, her ponytail. She needs to go heel. And what better way to let him and his wife, be a edgy leader. And for right now, they could have joined the Bloodline. They could have switched it up instead of having 5 women. It could have been, 4 men and a female and a woman. Mm-hmm. I would have been cool with that. I don't know who would have been the woman on the OG Bloodline side, but I'm it's just some fantasy booking here.
Yeah,
it's time for Montez Ford to leave his partner there with the Street Profits, and he needs to go heel. They look like they're about to do that now.
Yeah,
but he needs to just split this and let's see what he got on the single run.
Yeah,
maybe they don't think he has it,
man. Because they if he doesn't have it, who does?
Yeah, well, then we know why they won't give it to him.
I'll say this: what I don't want to see, because what saddens me is I look over at AEW now, and I see a 42, 43-year-old Shelton Benjamin, who can still very much go, by the way.
He can.
But never reached the height he should have reached. And the only reason is because somebody didn't want him to.
That's it.
It wasn't because he didn't have it.
That's it.
He had everything Brock Lesnar had. And hell, you can even argue that he had a better look than Brock Lesnar had, because
he did.
I mean, Brock looks.
And we're talking about Lashley or Shelton Benjamin?
I'm talking about Shelton
Benjamin right now.
I'm talking about Shelton Benjamin.
Either or, I would say.
I think Lashley got there. Lashley got there too late. Lashley got there. Lashley's damn near 50 now. If he's not already 50, but he got.
Oh, you're talking about the real good Shelton Benjamin.
I'm talking about the late 20s, early 30s Shelton Benjamin.
Didn't he beat Triple H like the first couple of times when they fought when he first came in? Was it Shelton Benjamin that done that?
I think he gave Triple H a really good match. I don't know if he beat him or not.
Of course he didn't beat him. That's Triple H.
Oh yeah, Triple H didn't lose. No.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah. Don't say it. Don't say it. But yeah, okay. So look, that's pretty much it for the SmackDown. I mean, Raw and WWE as a whole. That 5th man is going to get revealed. I'm pretty sure Seth Rollins is going to show up before the SmackDown live show ends tonight, because next Friday, that's the last show before Survivor Series. Right. And they'll probably tape that tonight too, and that'll probably be taped next week.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe, I guess, I don't know.
One day next week, they'll tape it.
Or this is taped to one, and then next week.
I think this one is taped.
I believe
they might be live next week.
I believe it is. They're in Salt Lake City, Utah, right now.
Nobody wants to go live in Salt Lake.
Gotcha. They don't want to get food poisoning.
They don't want to get that food poisoning.
I don't have anything else for WWE right now. Raw and SmackDown is good, but Drew McIntyre and CM Punk, I have not seen either one of them since the Monday after Raw. I mean, the Monday Night Raw after Bad Blood, when I left Atlanta for Bad Blood. What are they going to do with them before we? I don't even know if we want to say much about AEW Full Gear, but it is coming for anybody that cares. What do you say about Punk, though? And we know McIntyre's on a break. What's next for Punk, though, when he comes back? Because I hear it is coming pretty soon.
I think it's going to.
He's already booked for the Saturday Night Main Event in mid-December. I think it's December 14th.
Yeah, I think it's Gunther.
Gunther?
I think it's Gunther.
Okay.
I don't think he'll be Gunther.
So this whole Gunther Priest thing is going to be over without the Survivor Series?
It's a short lived.
It's a short lived? Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody's going to come out and interfere, and that'll be Damian Priest in the feud. More than likely, he'll continue with Dominic or something.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think Dominic beat him on an episode of Raw.
Yeah.
He was able to roll him up after the distraction. So I'm sure Dominic will come out and make him lose.
Yeah.
And then we'll get Punk and Gunther December through January.
Gotcha.
Okay. But now I think the man to beat Gunther is Braun Breaker.
When though? Next WrestleMania? How long is Gunther going to be the champ?
I think this WrestleMania.
Oh, really? When you the one that said that Gunther was going to hold it for like a year or so?
It'll be a year of Mania.
Really?
He won that Mania.
Who did he win from? Who did he beat?
Wait, no.
It wasn't SummerSlam.
He lost his IC title to
Sammy.
Yeah.
Which was, I still didn't understand that. But yeah,
they just had to get Sammy this moment.
And he already had some moments?
That'll be his biggest moment of his career, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I like Sammy right away.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah, I like Sammy.
But it's just something about the OG bloodline right now. I don't like the face bloodline. I do not. It will never be like it was before.
No, it can't be like
before the end of WrestleMania.
It can't be like it was. But you know how it is, man. What I've learned a whole lot recently is that like bad guys get the love.
Yeah.
And that's just psychology. So it's not the same when you're a good guy.
Right.
Yeah, it's not the same when you're a good guy.
It's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. Even Roman Reigns, like I know he's getting the pop of his life that he never ever would have gotten as a baby face, and he's getting it now. But now, give me that heel version.
He's getting it now because of his work as a heel.
I know.
Nobody cares about that big dog Roman.
But I still don't think it should last long. This right here. I think as soon as he finishes the new bloodline and he gets what he wants from all his people, he turns on their ass again. And it's like, you can't trust save that snake line for Orton.
I think if he gets the Ula Fala back, then there's got to be a turn at some point after that.
Mm-hmm. So we saw Nia Jax just then. I don't know what she was talking about. And now the general manager runs up and goes for Cody and don't know what Cody's talking about. I think Cody's ready to see Kevin, and he looks pretty pissed. So we'll see how it goes. But hey, we got AEW Full Gear Saturday. This Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
They had the going home show, which didn't look like much of a going home show. I tried to look at some of it. Of course, it bored me and I fell asleep.
Yeah.
But I did like how they had Bobby Lashley against two opponents. I saw that. He pretty much smashed them. But from what I saw, Swerve got the best of Bobby Lashley. So I don't think Swerve's winning this match. I don't think Bobby Lashley should lose his first pay-per-view. So Bobby Lashley's going to win this match some kind of way. Of course, it'll be, something dirty. They're going to cheat. But Swerve's not going to win this match. I can't wait to see what they're going to do after that, though, because, I
think Swerve will join him at some point.
Okay. Swerve needs to get the title back. Mox could do what he's doing without the championship.
Mox didn't even need the shit. Why does Mox need to be a 4-time champion?
Because has he had it that many times?
I think so, 3 or 4.
People that need to leave AEW television. I don't care for Moxley. Chris Jericho definitely has to stop and go away. Go to the back. Do something. Get off TV.
Do commentary.
Man, I can remember about 4 years ago, I was saying how Chris Jericho, I was making a debate on how he could possibly be the GOAT.
I remember that.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Because I was just impressed on how he's still able to reinvent himself. He still was in pretty good shape at that time in 2019. 2020 Jericho. And it was like, this was great. And then he gave the belt up to Mox, and it was like, okay, he had a good run, and he pretty much started this company. He was the reason why I joined. I looked like, okay.
He legitimized the title.
He did.
Yeah.
But damn, that seems like that was like 10 years ago.
Right.
Stop it, Jericho. You're a good guy, kind of, I think, but just go away. Stop this. Nobody cares about Ring of Honor championships. FTW still not an official championship. You carried that too. I don't know why you're always waving and smiling at people. What is this? That stuff is trash, man. AEW TV is trash. It's trash. It's trash. I'm sorry. I just can't get with it. But anyway, AEW Full Gear, if you're gonna watch it, check it out. Orange Cassidy, I'm told, is gonna be the champion though. And they did all this just to put it on Orange Cassidy, which I don't understand. And who will really take Orange Cassidy serious as a AEW World Champion? But that's
there's no way in hell Mox is gonna have one defense of that title.
Oh, this is his first defense?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't even understand the match or why they're doing this. Cassidy, Mox, who takes this seriously? And it's probably the main event too. Like, well, why?
Of course it is.
Why would it be?
Just for Orange Cassidy to come out and no sell like 3 of Mox's finishers.
Is there anything on this card that you are the least bit interested in seeing?
No.
Really? Not even you. Full Gear is not worth $50. Lots of matches seems like a TV match. Hey, that's Rocco Perazzi. I hope I didn't botch your name, man. Rocco, appreciate that.
Shout out Rocco. And I agree. I agree 1,000%, brother.
You're not lying at all, man.
No, it's not worth $50, and that's something I think they need to fix. The quality of the pay-per-views and the platform. The days of paying for pay-per-views are over. If the number one company is saying, "Hey, get our streaming service," or whatever the case may be, like y'all gotta fall in line. I'm sure they're trying to do that some kind of way, but I am not paying $50 for that.
No.
Yeah, we just saw Mike Tyson. God bless him. I don't want to talk about it too much, but nobody paid like streaming service. You got to stream these things. Nobody's paying for these pay-per-views anymore.
No, it's PLEs now.
You're gonna have 13 people paying for it, and they all work backstage at AEW.
What they should have did was try to get that deal with Max. Don't they have a deal with Max?
They do have a new deal,
but they don't have a streaming deal with them where they can run their pay-per-views. It seems.
I think that was included, but I think it starts next year.
Well, that's gonna be another bad year of pay-per-views then for AEW.
Yeah, and even then, it's not like this. Well, you still gonna have to pay something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll be more based on the ESPN thing they have with UFC.
Okay.
Where you have to subscribe, but then you still have to.
And I don't really care for that.
I don't care for that shit either.
The ESPN Plus thing, yeah. But okay, so that's it. It should be some type of deal if you.
As quick as these damn fights, I'm not paying for that shit. I just watch the damn video on Twitter.
Seriously, there you go.
Shout out John Jones.
There you go. Yeah, John Jones did win.
Shout out John
pretty quick in the third round. I think it was a spinning kick KO.
Lee, man hit him with a spinning kick in the ribs.
Yeah. That hurt me, and then when it did, kick, but I don't have anything else though. T. We think the fifth man is gonna be on the new bloodline. I mean, the original bloodline. We think it's gonna be Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and Cody Rhodes. I don't know. I guess it'll be a pretty good Survivor Series. War Games. Well, it is what it is. We'll see. But I just can't wait for it to end because I know Punk will be back. Hopefully McIntyre will be back, and we'll see what direction those two go. Yeah. Definitely in different directions, though. That was the best story I thought we had since SummerSlam, since WrestleMania.
What was that again?
McIntyre and Punk.
Without a doubt.
That was a very good story. That had to come to an end, but I'm so glad.
Executed very well by both guys.
It was.
That's one of those times where you have to question, like, do these guys really not like each other, or are they? And I don't know the damn answer.
Yeah, but that's the good thing about it. It's how you know they
that's when you know they did a good job.
I think they probably do get along pretty good. I think McIntyre was the one who was that willing to help Punk out and welcome him back in because we heard a lot of people. Some people didn't. But yeah, that was very good. It was. Now, have you heard that Cody and Seth? And we're gonna end this because there's nothing else really to talk about here. But Cody and Roman. Cody was in an interview on the podcast recently, and he didn't make a big deal about it, but he did admit that him and Roman don't talk. They don't speak in the back. They don't have any type of, at all. He's not saying that it's a beef, but Roman doesn't fool with him like that is what it sounds like.
I mean, Roman comes across as somebody that doesn't fool with a lot of people.
It does seem like that though.
Yeah, so I don't mind that
we both met him a few times is why we're saying that,
When his music hits,
Joey,
what's Joey's last name?
Anoa'i.
He becomes Roman Reigns, and he does a damn good job of it.
That's right.
When he goes behind that curtain, I can't speak on it.
It's Joey.
Hey, it's Joe again, and hey, do what you do, Joe.
Yeah.
You know, he just gives me the impression he doesn't really like a lot of people, and I'm okay with that.
Right. So, so The Rock's not coming back until when? I know you said he's filming, but I think that's an animated.
No, it's live action.
Oh, that's live action.
Live action Moana. I think he'll be there for the Rumble. They're saying he's not going to be there for Mania season. Bullshit. I don't buy that shit at all. Yeah, he said allegedly he's not going to be there for WrestleMania this year.
Yeah, because I mean they finished the story, so why would he not be there for
bullshit?
They went ahead and pleased them last year. This year, I think they want to do what they wanted to do.
I think we get Cody and The Rock at the Rumble.
That's what I think it should be. But why are people suggesting, or why are there some sources putting out that it probably is going to be Cody and Rock and Roman in a triple threat?
I don't think the way the last year ended, I think that's what it just seemed like an easy thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And if that happens, I'm okay with that. But I think a lot of folks want that Rock and Roman match too. So there's a lot of different ways you can go, man. Good luck, Triple H. You got the job cut out for you.
Rock and Roman could be SummerSlam, but knowing his ass, he'll stretch that to WrestleMania.
Because all I hope for is that there are no injuries, no incidents where somebody has to miss.
Yeah.
They had so many injuries last year, and they had to improvise. And as good as WrestleMania was, it would have been exponentially better had we gotten the CM Punk and Seth Rollins match we were supposed to get.
Man, I would have had Rock and Roman a lot sooner.
Yeah.
Or Cody and Rock a lot sooner. And then the next one would have been in line after that. They stretched.
Well, see, this is why Rock and Roman really should have happened 2 years ago. Because now you might never get it.
Well, this is a good time to get it now.
Right.
Because the final boss comes back and said he can come back right now and say, I dare you team up with Cody. He's the enemy.
Right.
And blah, blah, blah. And he also reveals, and he's going to do this at some point,
yeah.
It'll be revealed that he's the one behind the whole calling all the shots that Solo and the New Bloodline is doing.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think that's going to happen at some point. I'm just waiting on how long it's going to be. He shook his head, and he did this at Bad Blood.
Mm-hmm.
That tells me you're done, you're finished. What the hell is wrong with you, Roman?
Right.
And so, and Cody has been throwing hints.
Right.
That he'll be ready on it when he comes back. He said he was coming back for him. He's still the champion. They've got to do that too. But I think Rock can be pretty much on both of those guys' asses now when he comes back.
Right.
Give Roman a little hell just to tease that's still coming while he's feuding with Cody. That's what I would say. And when that's all said and done, I think if we get that Cody versus Cena match, Terrence called me crazy, but I think Cody needs to be the heel for that match. At some point, he still is going to have to go heel. This is going to run out. I still think it's going to play out at some point. His whole babyface thing, I know he likes and he loves it, but you can go heel. Go heel, bring your wife, let her help you out, put her on TV. I don't know why she's not on TV. I think I know why.
Yeah.
He threw shots back in the AEW days, and Stephanie is probably leaning in his ear. Hey, man, don't let them be us. Even though that's exactly what they should be doing.
I'm trying to think. Do I want to see a heel Cody or do I want to see a heel Cena?
You can't see a heel Cena right now. It's farewell tour, can you?
No, I don't
think so. It's too late for that. It's too late for that. But we've never seen a heel Cody. Well, we haven't since he's been back and look.
Okay, well here's my thing though. Okay, if you go heel Cody, you can't go back to babyface Cody immediately after he beat Cena, allegedly.
No. Of course not. No, you stretch it out for a while, but if he's doing a good job at it, we won't be in a hurry.
I think it's one of those
even
things.
Bring the mask back that he used to wear when he was young Cody, and he was healed in with the mask on his face.
I think it's one of those things where you will have to listen to the fans and just go with it. They weren't planning on turning the Rock heel last year. As a matter of fact, that was the Rock's idea after he heard how the fans reacted. He just went with the fans.
Best thing they could have done.
Just
wish I could see him more.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those things they have to go with the fans with because the fans are going to tell you what they want.
Right. That's correct.
But but how do you book that? Who wins? We can leave on this. Who wins that match?
Which one now?
John Cena and Cody Rhodes.
Oh, come on, man. John Cena can't win. He can't win. He's not going. If he wins that match, it's no different from Tony Khan saying Bryan Danielson wants you to win the title. Just go ahead and win it before you leave. Before your contract was. His contract was already ended.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't even be official.
Right.
But That would be the same thing to me. No, you don't give Cena that title.
That
would be a shot at Ric Flair, I guess. But
right.
No, Cody can't lose the belt to him. If he's gonna lose the belt,
well,
I wouldn't do that. That's not.
I think with Triple H in charge, there's no way in hell that anybody breaks Flair's record.
I did hear it was possible. It could have happened, but I don't see it.
Not while he's alive, anyway. And definitely not after he's dead.
Yeah. I think he just has a lot of good matches.
I shouldn't say that like he's just.
He gives some wishful. He gives some hopeful. You know, what I'm saying it'll be for the Cena fans that would like to see that happen. They'll do enough to make you think it could happen, that it's possible. But no, I don't see that. I really don't see that coming to fruition. I don't. But we'll see. He's going to have some matches. We don't know how many matches he'll have during that year of 2025. But
God damn it!
You know they'll try to make a memorable.
I'm booking John Cena to win it. I thought about it long enough. I'm taking John to win.
It's good for bait. It's good for clickbait, and it could definitely happen.
Yeah,
they could do it, but you know it will be a quick process. You know, it will be very transitional.
Yep.
Cody would probably get it right back that Monday night or Friday or whatever. I don't
know.
Then
you can turn him heel. Hell yeah. John Cena beats him clean. Next night he turns heel and wins it back. Good old low blow.
You could do that. And to be honest with you, I would call you crazy a while back if you said that somebody was breaking Ric Flair's record, but now I could care less. So yeah, you know what?
I don't care about Flair.
I'm actually for that. Not anymore, I don't. You know he was my goat.
Yeah, he was.
But now things that I learned about Flair in the past, and I can separate the art from the artist.
Absolutely, you have to. Yeah, especially in wrestling, you have to.
That's right. Okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're done. We just wanted to just come in and do a little catch up with wrestling. We're going to come back after Survivor Series. We've already pretty much gave our Survivor Series predictions for War Games. And what after War Games, we'll talk about what we think they're going to put everybody in.
And listen, I know how this is going to work.
Is there a pay-per-view in December? Probably so.
Last year there wasn't.
Elimination Chamber, when is that?
That's always in February.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that. Okay.
Last year there wasn't one.
Okay, well maybe it won't be then.
They're starting to give them more breaks.
They need that and more time to build Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Okay.
But let me just say this.
Okay.
Triple H, calling you out personally, because you're here to creative now. Y'all take my ideas one more time. I'm coming to find you some kind of way.
And which one was this one? With so many.
Yeah, I know, right?
So many.
If that's John Cena and Cody at WrestleMania and John Cena wins and Cody comes back the next night and turns heel, somebody got to talk to me. Okay?
Yeah, for real.
Somebody got to talk to me.
Because he said it on Friday, November 22nd. But they're just going to say we've had this.
We had this plan 2 years before. Yeah. Cody was in AEW. We still had a plan.
But yeah, that would be good though, T. I like it. I really do like it. That's a good way to turn Cody heel. And man, if he had did it in AEW would still be good right now because he would have never had to leave.
That's true.
But he refused to do it, and he left, and I know why, but it's neither here nor there. All right, so Full Gear tomorrow night. If anybody's interested, I'm not. But if anything crazy happens worth talking about, we will come. And we will do a live show, after Full Gear if we hear something. But other than that, we're just gonna wait, to see what Raw and SmackDown looks like next week, and we'll be back to do another one after Survivor Series, unless something crazy happens between now and then. All right, that's all I got. Again, it's been a great debate show. Sunday night, we'll be back for Week 12, recapping Week 12 in the NFL, and. Man, it's almost over with football season already. Had a beautiful snowy game on Thursday night, but it still wasn't enough to just do an episode about. We'll chop it up on Sunday night. Anybody wants to see that, check us out live immediately after Rams at Lions. Until then, y'all please be safe out there, and peace.
Peace out, guys. I was gonna take all my ideas.
There you are. And it's a damn good one too, though.
Yeah, I can see them doing something like that.